Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous, my adventures, raw material gathering near Dab's Hope. We need to do some raw material gathering at a selenium planet also, but we need some here too. Waiting for that back sensor to populate. Sometimes you just have to kind of roam around, and I slowly make big circles until we can find some of the material. It's showing other signals. Now some of those others you can find occupied escape pods, and if you collect those, like 25 of them, and go out to Colonia, there's an engineer out there that to unlock him, you give him 25 occupied escape pods. What he does with them, I don't know. Of course, they're NPCs in my case, but even if I was playing open, it would be NPCs because in this game, real players can't have escape pods. They're all NPCs. But before we go out to Colonia, if we ever do, we'll make sure we have those escape pods, because I believe that engineer does life support, grade 5 life support, and a few other things that are grade 5 that you can't get grade 4s in the bubble. Or can't get up to grade 5s here. See the gray boxes around them, and before we select them, the iron just went full. Let's see, the square box, the corners have points. That means there is a point in collecting it, because you're not full. But if they don't have points, then there's no point in collecting it because it is full. See, there's some out there, but I think there's some closer, a stronger signal over here. Maybe not. They're probably about, could be the same. See, where I'm at in the United States, it's in the middle of the night at 5:17 UTC, and but I had to check some things for my on-call job. So I went to sleep early so I could get up, and thought I'd do a few runs after I finished that on-call stuff. See, that doesn't have points in that gray box. That one does not. That one does. So that means we can collect that carbon of 231 out of 300. Those two are full. See, they're full. That one's not full. Okay, we can tell ahead of time that it's not full. That's a pretty good way of doing it. Okay. Now, before you select that rock, see there's points on this one, but that doesn't have anything to do with if they're full or not. It's after you hit it. See, now that one, that's full. That one's not full. That one's full. That one's full. That one's full. That one's full. And that one's full. We can tell before we click on it. I just click on it to show you that that actually works that way. Where if there's no points on the gray box, then there's no point in clicking it or targeting it. And you gotta target it before you pick it up. No point, cadmium. I think everything else is full. No point, no point, no point. It's leading us out of the crater. Doesn't really matter. Dave's Hope is in front of those mountains over there. Right at the base of them. I'm always having to readjust our direction because these SRVs have no traction at all. They're very bad. In 3306 there's no traction control. And in 2020 we have traction control, but by 3306 they totally lost it. It's out of the dictionary. They have no clue what traction control is. That's kind of weird. Like a little bit more reality. There's not much reality in this game. You know, there's some in the planets, but that's about it. It's all this pirate fantasy obstacle course. See, I would have rather the game been closer to reality than a pirate fantasy. those have no points on the square boxes, so there's no point in gathering it because they're full. But see, it's all over the place all the time. And it'll spin you out, and when it does, it points you in the opposite direction. No matter if you're going downhill, it'll still point you uphill. No matter what. No matter if you're going uphill, it'll point you downhill. So whatever direction you were going when you spin, it'll point you 180 degrees in the opposite direction. And when you're interdicted, they always leave you in the opposite direction. So, and over 90% of the time, when you leave a planet, your destination is behind the planet. So you got to go into super cruise just to get to your destination, even if it's a hyperspace system that you're going to. So it's all about the obstacle course. Far less about reality. Yeah, all of those are full. That one's not. That one's not. Ooh, finally a polonium. I think that's the first polonium we've gotten. And the targeting is more of the ring around the rosy targeting. You know, it just kind of ring around the rosy until you get it around and round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. That's kind of the situation. It just kind of goes around that circle. So you just kind of keep hanging in there until it finally decides to hit the target. Hey, the apologists like it, so I guess to Frontier that's all that matters. The apologists. Where everything's perfect, there's no grinding. Elite Dangerous. I'm gonna make fun of, if you're an apologist, I'm gonna make fun of you forever. Because I think you've lost your mind. Frontier's never gonna fix anything as long as there are apologists saying everything's perfect. That's why they don't fix nothing. That's why there's so much that's broken. So you can always blame the apologists. I do. And I always will. That's why on the forums I join the complainers, because I want Frontier to fix this stuff. Unlike the apologists. They don't want Frontier to fix anything. They just want it to stay broken. I do appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you'll come along again. Make sure you press that subscribe button, because that's what we need more than anything else. YouTube requires 1,000 subscribers, and we have less than 200 after 10 months and 1,100 videos, and close to 30,000 views on our videos. So we need more subscribers. And underneath the video in the description, you'll see ways to donate and join our Patreon and find our fleet carrier so you can add tritium to the fuel tank. See our tracks, we've been there. Yeah, these materials will respawn, so might not be there one time you came by, but they might be there another time you come by. Have to wait for it to come back. It's not really a targeting system. It's a manual targeting system. Certainly not automated. I mean, you're the targeting system. They don't really have one. But it takes a long time to refill your materials after you use some of them. Not a quick process. Those all have no points on them, so they're awful. Yeah, they're awful. Yeah, they're that too. You can't pick them up because of your feel. Yeah, I'd be okay if they doubled the material capacity. That'd be alright. No point, no point, and no point. See, we're getting to the point where we just need to go to the material traders and move some things around. We got everything that's not full. And it's about time to go to the material traders. Nickel just went full. We could use phosphorus and sulfur and create more fuel if we wanted to, but we're about ready to go back to the go start hitting the material traders. Sys ship. In the next videos, we'll go by the material traders. Yeah, almost 1,000 meters. Yeah, 1,000 meters. Why do you have to park that far away? And that's pretty regular that it'll park 1,000 meters away. Another gripe that I have. Why does it have the need to park that far away? Because usually it could find a closer parking. But it's pretty consistent that it'll park 1,000 1 kilometer away. No matter what. I mean, it could be smooth all around us and it'll still try to park 1,000 meters away. Go ahead and hit this one since we're this close. Okay. Well, again, I appreciate you coming along. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Consider donating and joining our Patreon. Sit down. Finding our fleet carrier and adding tritium to the fuel tank. And watch more than watch some more of our 1,000 plus or 1,100 plus videos at geofilm_RDG. So until the next video where we hit the material traders and then load up the cargo Python with its burst lasers and its point defense, and we go after bad guys at the Res Low site. So until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.